let me preface this video with two things. One, apologize if there's a little bit of low light. We had to close the shade because there's too much glare from the sun outside. And two, I failed art. So let's get into it. This week we're talking about double tops and triple tops. We'll first talk about double tops and then we'll move on. So a double top is a bearish pattern, and it's an indication of a trend reversal. It's similar to when we talked about head and shoulders patterns. When you have a regular head and shoulders, it's bearish, indicating a reversal of an uptrend. When you have an inverse head and shoulders, it's bullish, indicating a reversal and downtrend. Same case here. Double top, triple top, both bearish, indicating a reversal of a uptrend. Double bottom, triple bottom, both bullish, indicating reversal of a downtrend. So the things to look for here. First of all, of course, you want to have your uptrend prior. You don't want to just be looking for double tops and sideways trends or just randomly out of a downtrend, because you'll force yourself to pick double trends out everywhere. Have to have the uptrend prior. The second thing, you need two tops at a similar price point. You know, in a textbook, they're both at the exact same price point. In the real world, you can have a little variation. They don't have to be exactly at the same exact price point. But you know, within a little, you know, like a 1.5% margin of error is fine when you're looking like from a swing perspective. And just kind of use your intuition a little bit there. If it doesn't look like it's anywhere near each other as far as the price action on the top, it's null and void. Don't pay attention to it. As long as it's intuitively somewhere close, you're good to go. Second thing you want to look for is the double top support. So in this case, double top support is always where you see this support line right here. So you'll see a little bit of support here, a little bit of support there, and this will be the break area. Third thing you want to look for is the break. And the break takes place, you typically get a retracement back to this double bottom support turn resistance level before you get the continuation to the downside. Lastly, and most importantly, are the volume patterns here. On the first top, you want the highest volume. On the second top, you want a little bit of a dip in volume. And then on the breakout, you want a spike in volume. That doesn't necessarily have to be higher than either of these volume patterns here on the tops, but it does have to be higher than the typical volume that you've been seeing in the stock. So you definitely want that spike in volume on selling pressure when you get the break of this double bottom. That's your confirmation of the pattern. It makes your thesis confirmed, makes the technical pattern confirmed, and you're going to have a much higher probability of success in trading this, whether you short the stock or just put on a bearish options position or do some sort of bearish play. You're going to have a much higher probability of success if you force this confirmation on high volume, so force the break below the support level with the spike in volume, than you would if you try to enter, say, right here, thinking that you have a double top, because it can just as easily turn around and go up higher for you. So, to measure the move here, you want to take a look at the tops versus the support line. So, we'll continue using easy numbers here, like we did with the head and shoulders. Let's say this is 100 and this is 90. So our tops are at 100, the support's at 90. That's a 10-point height in that double top. So you're anticipating a 10-point move to the downside after the confirmed breakdown, which means your target would be 80. So there's your target, $80 here. Downtrending volume, key. So let's move over here to triple tops. Pretty much the exact same premise as double tops. It's a reversal of an uptrend. It's a bearish price pattern. You measure the move the exact same way. So we want the uptrend prior. We want the tops to be not exact. They don't have to be exactly. You know if they are, that's fine. But they don't have to be exactly the same area, but within a 1.5–2% range of each other. You have this established support. You look for the breakout on support with a spike in volume. You look for diminishing volume throughout each of these top creations. So first top, you want the highest volume. Second top, you want slightly lower volume. Third top, you want even lower volume. And then you want that spike on the confirmation. Measured move, if that's 100 and that's 90, you got 10-point height again, so your target's 80. And you place the bearish position after the confirmed breakout. So after the breakdown through the support level, on high volume is when you want to place the order or place your short position in order to maximize your probability of success. They're not always going to work. It's just FYI, but you're going to greatly improve your odds of it working if you force that confirmation. So on to double bottoms. I'm only showing an image here of a double bottom because, as you can see here, they're the exact same thing. One just has 2 tops, one has 3 tops. In this case, one has 2 bottoms, one has 3 bottoms. So a double bottom, you want the downtrend prior. In this case, you're going to have 2 bottoms at similar price points, and you're going to have resistance here at this pop-up here. So what you want is basically diminishing, so you want a nice pop in volume on the first bottom, and then diminishing volume on the second bottom. So the same thing holds. You want diminishing volume on the creation of the 2 bottoms, and then you want a spike in buy-side volume when you break through this resistance. Typically it does retrace back to this resistance turn support level before trending higher, and the measurement is the exact same. If this is 80 and this is 90, we've got a 10-point height, and your measured move gives you a target of 100 on the trade. So it's that simple. Key points here. As I said, forced confirmations, forced confirmations, forced confirmations. Can't tell you this enough. Your probability of success is going to greatly enhance when you force confirmations. Ensure accurate volume patterns. If you couple these two, you're going to be killing it with these patterns. Trust me. So if you force these volume patterns, the diminishing volume on the creation of the bottoms or the tops, and the spike in volume on the break above resistance or below support, coupled with forcing confirmation before you enter the trade, you're going to have a great probability of success on these trades. Make sure there's a trend prior. We're not doing these in the middle of a sideways trend. We're not looking for double bottoms in the middle of an uptrend. Make sure there's the correct trend prior to the move. So an uptrend prior to a double or triple top, and a downtrend prior to a double or triple bottom. And be conservative on your measurements. What I mean by that is if you're setting a target, in this case, your target is actually 100, I might actually set my automated target at maybe 98, 99. Just get a little bit under that 100 measured move, be a little bit conservative, and it's going to, you're going to have a nice success ratio there. As far as where to place your stops on here, in this case, if it's 90, I would want to place my stop a little bit below 90, so I might do like 88.50. So a little breathing room below this uptrend, below this double bottom resistance turn support level. So let that support act as support, but give it a little bit of breathing room under there, so that it can test it a little bit. And then as it moves higher, you can gradually modify your stops to lock in profits. And if you really like the price action, you can just completely take away your target and just continue to modify your stops. But it's just up to you, and it just depends on how much time you have to manage the trade and keep an eye on it. So that's double bottoms, triple bottoms, double tops, triple tops for you. If you have any questions, you can always email me, nick@tickertank.com. Take care.